I don't even know why I'm wearing this hard hat. I don't have to wear it at work. I just happen to have one lying about in the room in case I bump my head.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?
Hi folks, how's it going? This is a 5 random gaming facts, I think it's called, a video tag response, which I was tagged by Kev Retro Game Crusader. Thank you very much, sir. And yes, you may have seen this t-shirt quite a while because this is recorded on the 8th of February, although I'm on a YouTube holiday, but you're now seeing it quite a bit after the 8th of February. But I thought if I didn't do it now, I'm probably going to forget to do it, and that would just be rude. And drinking on camera is probably rude, but I need some. It's not alcohol, I was going to say alcohol. I need some alcohol. Oh, my brain just made me think there was alcohol, but it's not. 5 random gaming facts that nobody cares about, I think is what it's called. Fact number 1. When I had a Game Boy, I probably got a Game Boy, I must have been 8, maybe a little bit older. When was it out? Yeah, not sure when I had it, but I got a Game Boy. I can't remember why. Well, my mother bought me it. My father wasn't around, you cunt. No, my mother got me it. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, so Game Boy, I had a Game Boy, and I had it for a whole year. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I only ever had one game for it. And that game was this motherfucker right here. Fair enough, if you got a Game Boy, maybe you only really need one game for it. But my mother obviously did not understand how video games work. You could put different games in it, and it would play different games. This was not bonded in here. You could remove it, and you could put different games in it and play different games. Glorious. I had the board games off my friends because for some reason I didn't have another game for a whole year. Fact number 2, I am a bit of a, or I was, or maybe I am or I'm not, a bit of a Street Fighter champion in my local town at least. Street Fighter 2 arcade machine, local, what was it, a video store? I think at the time somehow converted the whole back half of it in the town that I lived in when I was at school into an arcade place, and it had like quite a few arcade machines in there. And it had Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, I think it was Rainbow Edition, some sort of hacked variant of it, if you may have heard of it. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, I could come in, stick 20 pence in that machine and just kick ass all day long. All day long. Seriously, I could play that, play that, play that. Like I'd get change of like a pound, a couple of pound. I wouldn't need to put any more than 20 pence in. And I could like it was like winner stays on, and I would annihilate everybody. Same when it came to Super Nintendo, the old controller, annihilate anybody. I don't know how my skills fare now, especially on the arcade. Cojones Dolores, we need to do that someday. But yeah, I was a bit of a Street Fighter master. Nobody could really beat me. Maybe I still am. I don't. Maybe I should have entered competitions. But I was good. I am good. Yes. Fact number 3. A lot of people maybe don't know this because I've not really touched on it too too much or at all. But my favourite genre of video games is probably RTS games. Now I hope I said that right, but what I'm talking about is your Command and Conquers and whatnot. I remember one of my friends, he had a 386 or 486. I think he bought it on finance. Yeah, I remember that. It was quite funky looking because it was black computer. I got it from Dixon's or Curry's or Comet or somewhere like that. I do not know. But it was the first time that I came across the world of Command and Conquer, and I was like, holy fuck, this game is amazing. I used to go around to his house every night after school, would link up 2 PCs, both his, I never had a PC at the time, would start a match of Command and Conquer, and would maybe play it for like 3 hours, and then after 3 hours be like, right, you're allowed to attack now. We spend like 3 hours building our bases up, our defenses, and collecting resources and whatever. It was amazing, amazing, amazing fun. But like I say, I don't know why, but it's one of my all-time favorite genre of games. StarCraft as well. I really love it. It's the whole building a defensive base. My words nearly never came out there. And yeah, resource collecting. Not necessarily online competitive play, because the fuckers are hardcore. They really are. But like against your friends or single player, I just really, really love it. RTS games, and I think it's something I've never ever mentioned on my channel before, but it's one of my favorite genres. Fact number 4, something that I've touched on very briefly in the past, is I've probably had every single, maybe I shouldn't say that, but more or less every single system going about at one point or another. I've had, it's not every single, because as soon as I started saying this, I thought, maybe not. Atari 2600, I've had a Game Boy, I had a Game Gear. Now, I'm not talking now, I meant child times, okay? Game Gear, I had Atari Lynx, I had an Atari ST, I had an Amiga, I had a Commodore 64, I had a Spectrum, I had a Master System, I had a NES, I had a Super Nintendo, and I had an Atari Jaguar, I had a Nintendo 64, I had a Mega Drive. I can't think of anything else actually. Yeah, then it goes on like Xboxes and PS1s and whatnot. But I've had like more or less every single system going, and for the life of me, I cannot remember where I ever got them from. I've talked about it with my friends in the past. I remember getting one or two for a birthday or a Christmas, but I don't know. I think vague memories of maybe swapping systems with friends. One of my friends, Retropol, I think he's still got my original N64. How the fuck did he get a hold of that? I've got no idea. But yeah, considering I've had so many numerous systems, I cannot for the life of me remember where they came from. The NES that I had with Super RC Pro M and Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Where did that fucker even come from? I cannot even remember for the shit of me. I know an Amiga, I think, back in the day, I bought off a couple of my good friends. Maybe I swapped it for something. Atari Jaguar, I don't, the Master System, Commodores, I don't know where they came from. I seem to have a big inability to remember where my old systems came from, whereas I know a lot of other guys, they were like, I got this from my Six Plus, they got this for my Christmas in 1993. But no, for me, they just magically appeared in my house and then magically disappeared when I was done with them. I don't know. Have I got brain issues? Don't answer that. Fact number 5. I've probably completed very few games in my life. Let me see. I've completed StarCraft 1. Yeah, completed that. Final Fantasy 7, completed that. Zelda Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, completed that. Donkey Kong Country in the SNES, completed that. Sniper Elite 3 on the PS4, completed that. Yeah, for some reason I've completed very few games. I thought it was maybe on an affliction I had when I was a bit older and I had a little bit more money, where you just seem to buy so many games that you never get a chance to play them all. But it was obviously something that I've always had a problem with, whether it's I just got bored of them or I just got new games. I can't remember, but yeah, I've completed not very many games. But I do remember the ones that I've completed, at least, unlike the consoles that I got. Right, so that was those random facts, guys. So now I suppose it's my time to tag some other people, and I would like to tag Alan Stewart, 90s video game dude. I don't know what that noise was. Gashead Steve, that's your name now, I think. Retropol and Amiga Old School, I think that's your name. All the links will be down below in the do hickety doo dah thing, and I'll maybe even send you a message once this video is up to say, hi, get your video response in. I know this has been going about all over the shop, so if anybody that I've tagged has already done it, you don't need to do it again. That's just how this works. So that's why I tagged 5 people. So I hope you found those facts that nobody cares about worthy of caring about. That's it for me, guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You may see me in another t-shirt soon. I can't promise. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?